Alright. Still can't use it.
I'm glad I was useful to you.
Move out.
I finished here.
Head
Is
on.
there more? I finished here. Is there more?
Ashen Lady, who are you? You are no guard and no servant of Baphomet. I can't see you, but I can smell this is so, and I can smell that you are strong, very strong. Whoever you are, I thank you for my freedom. Please accept a humble gift. Ow. I'll grant you the Ashen Death, a death to be gifted with respect and love. The curse inflicted by an ungrateful prisoner of the Ivory Labyrinth. Not only does it weaken its bearer, it allows the caster to sense the cursed victim from a distance. The bearer gets a -4 penalty on perception, skill checks, and all saving throws. Man, fuck off. You have to try really hard to get in here, and then they...
All this waiting bores
That
me.
sucks. Welcome to the Abyss, I guess, huh? You're here, I can smell you. Oh, maybe I can just kill her and get rid of her.
Let's hear you cry.
I just whooped her ass. Don't fear that I may lose your trail, even if you can't see, even if I can't see you, I can clearly smell the curse I've shared with you. Right now I get to deal with her periodically. Alright. Cool. Can I get back here? Shit.
Cut them to pieces!
Yeah, well. Why you don't move like this?
Run them through!
There's boulders moving around in here. That's not good.
I can still fight. I need your assistance.
You follow. Onwards.
Baphomet to be imprisoned.
I'm glad I was useful to you.
Move out. Head on.
I think it's this place. Now let's come back over here.
I lead. You follow. Heal me quickly. Onwards!
I still need to come here. But we'll do this section first, because this is the back section of the area.
Search for the beauty with your heart, not your eyes.
Desna, guide my hand.
Out of my way!
Begone, fiend!
You've crossed the wrong mark.
Make your
No glory without risk!
Die!
Fall!
You won't survive me.
It's a new glaive. Oh, it's crap. Never mind. Grimoire of the Beast. +1 confidence, bonus to saving throws against confusion. Increases sneak attack by 1d6.
I'm losing my temper.
Angel's Heart. Return the hand of the inheritor's
Move
heart.
out. Head on.
I was really hurt. Wounds. Alderpash. The room you're in looks more like a palace than a prison. Every part of it is impeccably clean, despite the fact that the cell's inhabitants have been dead for millennia. Words come out of the dead man's mouth that catch you off guard. Why, hello there, my dear. I've been waiting and waiting, wondering what my guest was up to when he hadn't shown up yet. Don't be shy, have a seat, eat to your heart's content. When you're someone important, you don't talk business standing up now, do you? All we do indeed have business to discuss. Allow me to introduce myself. I am Alderpash, Rune Lord of Wrath, a destroyer and a conqueror and a great tyrant of Barakan. Doesn't ring any bells? I understand many millennia have passed, and all of them have been spent in this prison as Baphomet's captive. It's been a while since I've strolled around Galarian. My heart was still beating back then. It wasn't until later that I became a lich. I wasn't fond of the idea of dying a prisoner here, you see. Well, that's all besides the point. The guards tipped me off that you had barged into the prison, and I thought fate might bring you to my doorstep. I've been expecting you since. Rumors about you have been going around the abyss for a while now. Rumors fly free, you see. Can't snare them, can't cage them. Even down here in the deepest dungeons, a tale flies by every now and again. And the time you took a Dresden from the demons, or about the time a goddess and a demon came to coax you to their side. I've long since wanted to see you for myself and take your measure. What are you even? A crossbreed of a human and one of those beasts that crawled out of the ground after Earthfall? I would never have thought all of those great feats could have been performed by such a creature. What can I say? Our world is full of mysteries. Tell me about the prison. Well, what are you interested in, my dear? I know a fair bit. My guards, you see, some of them like coin, and some of them are afraid of me, so they tell me everything. I listen to their confessions each and every day. That's why I know about all the secret paths that are here in this maze, and a thing or two about the inmates. Here's a story for you, a fresh one. believe it or not. Lately, this place has been having a bit of a pest problem in the form of a frog. A sneaky little thing that's nosy, too. She flinches at any old thing, no matter its value. But goodness, she is dim. She even paid me a visit, and thought I was sleeping. I had to pluck a couple of feathers. Well, I killed her. I'm looking for Iomede's herald. He's being held here. The noisy fellow? Honestly, all that screaming. I know they're torturing him, but still. I wish I could take his melodious throat and weld it shut with a white-hot lead so he'd stop bothering everyone else. But no, can't get to him. They're holding him in the most secure torture room of all, and the warden's always keeping the coveted keys close by. Who's in the prison that can help me fight Baphomet? Oh my dear, this dungeon is full of those who wish Baphomet ill. There's a catch, though. Most of them are dead as mutton. Not like me, I mean, properly dead. Their bones are dust, nothing but a ghost. They're not going anywhere. That's the magic of the inelectable prison. Word, man. They sit here all locked up and cry. Oh, how they cry. And then the angel was brought in to be tortured. They all found themselves a cranny to hide in. Take a peek between the stones. You might find someone who can tell you something useful. How did you end up here? I was betrayed, my dear. Sortian, Rune Lord of Lust, was nothing compared to me, yet she wanted to take my place as the leader and found a source of truly legendary powers. Naturally, I was furious and thought I would do away with the upstart. Technically, I'm leaning to my left. I just have my camera flipped. Yeah, that's green screen stuff caused by mediocre lighting. To even the odds, I made a deal with Baphomet. I borrowed a part of his might and promised to give him Sortian when I was done playing with her. Oh, she was a wild one. But the Lord of Beasts came to me and demanded payment when I was just putting my cunning plans into motion. It goes without saying that Baphomet was more interested in taking me instead of Sortian. So under the pretext of me breaking the terms of our pact, he seized me. A show of treachery on his part, yes, but what else can you expect from a demon? Nothing says dominance like a skullet with confidence. Jesus. Not all the prisoners are allowed this kind of luxury. Don't be fooled. This is all Baphomet's idea of a joke. That weasel wants to remind me every day of how much I lost when he captured me. He went to the trouble of making my cell look exactly like my chambers in Bakrakhan. My dear, sometimes I take one look at it and I just... You notice signs of repeated rigorous restoration all around. Looks like Alderpash has had a number of fits of temper over the centuries. Failed knowledge check, Sage. How do I find my way through the labyrinth? Well, what do you think the demonic pathways are for? Haven't you seen the arcane symbols inscribed all over the place? Those fiendish scribbles are the portals you need. They tie all the cells together. They have demons hop right through them, as if there's a place you need of the importance whatsoever. It'll have a magic symbol like that. Tell me about the history of this place. The prison is Baphomet's favorite toy. No matter how much he brags about it, it's nothing of his making. Back when Baphomet was still a lusty young goat, he was itching to impress his mother and lover, Lamastu. And he thought stealing the Prince of Darkness's most treasured scepter was a fantastic idea. Like any other foolish endeavor, it all ended in tears. Asmodeus caught the thief by the horns, gave him a good spanking, buried his cattle brand on Baphomet's forehead, and threw him into the ivory labyrinth to rot in darkness and utter rancor. That's when the Prince of Darkness made his blunder. As my subjects knew well before imprisoning a thief, one should cut off both of their hands, for that is the only way to wean them off of an awful habit. Baphomet called to his esteemed mother, but Lamastu refused to save such an embarrassment, and our little goat was left alone. I don't know what he did to get the demon lord Ereshkigal's attention, but she took a sudden interest in his troubles and gave him a clue of how to escape. Don't go thinking she's some paragon of mercy, however. She's still a demon, and her gift was poisoned. In his attempts to make sense of Reshkagal's words, our goat drove himself quite insane, which undoubtedly brought his benefactor a great deal of entertainment. Yet he managed to solve her riddle, and once he did, he stole the ivory labyrinth and brought it to the abyss. He couldn't leave, you know, such was Asmodeus' will, but technically he never left. He was still in the maze, a true rascal. The labyrinth became the heart of the realm that he had formed in the abyss after his escape. He must have been feeling nostalgic about the good old days. How else can you explain the fact that he turned the seal burned into his brow by Asmodeus into his second personal symbol? The little hornhead must be being tortured on the Prince of Darkness's rack. Alright, thanks. What sort of business do you have with me? Here's the thing, I've grown wary of sitting here and I can't escape. I've tried so many things, every trick in the book. Nothing. Baphomet placed enchantments on me that hold me in this cell and utterly refused to let me walk out of the door. Anti-magic spells have never been my forte. I've always believed incineration to be the best defense against an enemy sorcerer. And here I am, languishing in here. Would you, my dear, kindly help me escape? I would make it worth your while. What kind of payment would I get for helping you? I have something that could prove useful. Back when I still lived, I was interested in a certain plane called Jandalay, a remarkable place, a chimera of sorts. The graveyard for dead planets. Getting there is tricky, but I managed to capture one of the guardians of the plane. I wore them down in a torture chamber, wringing some of the knowledge out before they perished. This is the part of the rune of Jandalay that offers protection from chaos. A substantial asset in the war with the demons, don't you think? Help me regain my freedom, and I'll teach you or your servants how to inscribe this rune. What will you do if you get out of here? First, I will get my kingdom back. I will enslave the populace, conquer my neighbors, maybe commit genocide against some particularly unruly nation, build myself an army by taking children from their mothers, and putting the latter to the sword. Orphans make for loyal troops, you know. I'll clap everyone else in irons and make them work without a moment's rest until my coffers are overflowing. Those who are useless in both war and work will be cut down in mass sacrifices. Basically, I'll make myself comfortable and live a quiet existence without bothering anyone. Yeah, no. He clucks his tongue. Young people are so quick to judge, and I was so close to swearing that the misdeeds I'll commit when I'm free won't affect you. Think about this some more, my dear. No rash decisions now. I have to go. Alright, so there are, let's save. There are the runes on walls.
I lead. You follow. My wounds pile on.
I need your assistance.
Onwards. Onwards!
Interesting. Weird. Apparently I need to come from over here? Oh, did I not go this way? Oh, I did. Oh, there's a door here I never saw. Jesus. Well, that would help. I was like, I've done everything. I can't figure out where to go. Yo, okay.
I finished here. Is there more? I'm prepared. I will resist!
I am superior!
Endure this!
Let's hear you cry!
Make every strike count.
Nice.
Prepare yourself!
The Inheritor, guide my blade!
Whoops, that's not what I wanted to do.
You've crossed the wrong mongrel.
Desna, guide my hand!
Run them through!
And Ivu's getting wrecked, dude. I hate those insane dredges.
I finished here. Is there more?
Did we find trouble? No. They did. You won't survive me.
Make your peace.
The light take you!
Out of my way!
And doing this.
I finished here. Is there more? I finished here. Is there more? I'm glad I was useful to you.
Move out!
Ashen Lady again.
Make every strike count.
Into the fray!
Bovanticus, you've come here uninvited, mortal, but I'll pardon your audacity for the sake of the reward Baphomet will grant me for prevailing over you. He may honor me with making me his archpriestess, and by delivering into my hands one of those who currently holds that position, the lovely Aurelia Vorlish. Of the things I'll do to her body. Take a good look at that. Take a look good at what awaits you. These poor things thought themselves great fighters, but now they're just dolls in my hand, marvelous trophies. Some are still alive. Once I'm done with your transformation, you could even exchange stories of your downfall. Come here, I'll be gentle. I wouldn't want to ruin your beautiful pelt. Where are you holding the hand of the inheritor? In a place from which there is no escape, in the heart of the prison, there's a cell for special guests. Not for you, critter, I'm sorry. You'll be confined to these chambers, but don't worry, I can entertain you just as well as our Lord's finest executioners. You'll become a decoration yourself, monster. Let's begin our game, then. I hereby dedicate the first wound I inflict on you to the Lord of Beasts, and all others to my own pleasure and nothing else. Itchy nose, dude. 56 AC. Not the worst I've seen.
You've crossed the wrong mongrel.
God, I clicked, you fuck.
I will resist.
Let's hear you cry.
You won't survive me.
Operane sentence.
I will bring down the divine wrath.
Prepare yourself.
Run them through!
Endure this.
The mortal before you who has been turned into a doll is looking at you in desperation, and there is but one plea in her eyes: to be granted peace. Kill the victim.
I finished here. Is there more?
Head on!
A warden's key and a unknown helmet. This headband of mental perfection 4 grants its wearer the ability to summon 2 labyrinth demodad destroyers to fight on their side for 2 minutes twice per day. I also have the warden's
I
key.
lead. You follow.
Probably is useful somewhere. Nope, nope, nope.
Onwards!
I don't like where this is going. I like how this one didn't have a save, you just automatically succeed, because otherwise you can't beat the dungeon.
Out of my way!
Desna, guide my hand.
Make every strike count.
Move out!
The immense statue is watching you impassively. Its horned head suddenly leans forward and gives you a sly wink. It's not too late to kneel before me. If you admit here and now that you have no master other than me, I will grant you permission to take my own life. swiftly and painlessly. Shame it has to come to this. I've enjoyed the answers you've given me, but only Colophier, you should have humbly asked for my patronage instead of drawing your weapon. You've lost the chance to become my servant, but fine, I will not kill you. Not today. Let the hand of the inheritor go. You're too late. Whatever is waiting for you in the depths of my labyrinth is no longer an angel. They call the hand of the inheritor. Now it's just a clod of insanity and pain, tainted and deserving nothing but contempt. What will you do with him even if you save him? And yet, as a special favor, I'll allow you to take it from my prison. If you can handle my executioners, that is. They've never tortured such a fascinating victim before, so I doubt they will be willing to part with it. But I won't obstruct you in any way. Alright, see you later. The hand of the inheritor. A tall shadow shifts towards you slightly. You see a familiar form, a familiar golden armor, but how much has changed? The malevolent glow streams from the pierced breastplate and cracked helmet, but the change goes much deeper than that. All signs of life and emotion have been drained from the hand of the inheritor. His movements are sharp and precise, mechanical. His gestures impersonal and hollow, as is his voice. Commander, I've been waiting for you. The Lord of the Labyrinth revealed his plan to me. The former herald of Iomade speaks in a monotone as if he's commenting on the weather. He used me to open portals to your lands. He said my soul reached out to you. I don't know why. Our vengeance or as a plea for help, or perhaps merely out of habit. Baphomet told me you would come for me, and that he would prevail either way, whether I destroy you or you destroy me. Former allies tearing each other to shreds can only benefit him. Poor Mr. Oh no, poor Mr. Angel Man. Angel of Light, what has this monster done to you? I've seen those who have fallen low because of their foolishness, because of others' temptations, my own temptations, but you never even had the choice. You've not even made a single mistake, yet you have been corrupted by brute force. I can give you your heart back. Why? I have no need for it any longer. It holds no faith in you, Commander. You are a lie. It holds no faith in me, for I was so glad to be lied to, and my heart devoid of faith is empty. My actions undermined a distrust.
They will break against our resolve.
Oh well.
You've crossed the wrong mongrel.
Make your peace.
Okay.
Die!
You won't survive me.
I will resist!
Let's hear you cry!
Endure this!
Prepare yourself!
Didn't this guy say he wouldn't interfere?
By the darkness.
Make every strike count.
Desna, guide my hand!
Run them through!
The former angel falls to one knee, but even now his movements are lifeless, apathetic. As one who has no heart knows no pain, the end is near as expected. I'm sorry for your pain, what you've endured. The prison is unbearable, horrifying, and inhumane. I despise this place. It must be destroyed. Oh. For too long, the prison has brought suffering to the world. Too many souls have been tortured and ruined, and now it keeps them from Pharasma's court. It is time to release the souls, and you know exactly how it can be done. Your sympathy means nothing to me. Give the hand of the inheritor his heart back. No more, I'll bring you back to life. He shakes his head. It won't work. To create such a miracle, one needs purity. You lack it, as do I. My light is lost. To save my heart and the spike of that light that still remains within. My first downfall was brought about by an excess of faith. Now my lack of faith dooms me. It's over. This is the end. Now the angel is dead and his heart is finally gone still, but it still emanates a sense of serene, pure, stalwart power that Iomede's herald possessed in life. Put it back in the bag. What's this? Destroy the prison. I will free the souls you have imprisoned. The moment you reach out to the wailing souls, the prison shudders. Cracks across the floor beneath your feet. The iron bars of the cells fly off their hinges. You pour your power into the imprisoned souls, helping them throw off their shackles and break out. The walls of the prison cannot withstand the unstoppable flow of myriad of souls rushing to freedom. Closed portal. Glory of the Heroes is complete. Heartblood. The scouting party has discovered a blood spring that heals wounds and can even save those who are terminally ill. The healers are asking for permission to use the blood in the making of healing potions, but there are numerous accounts that those healed by the waters of the spring have become more hateful and ruthless. Refuse the request. Despite the useful qualities, the blood spring frightens the soldiers. The knowledge that they will not be forced to drink the blood has lifted spirits. Scouts have sighted an army under the control of Captain Harmattan, a conspirator and traitor. It will soon be arriving in Dresden. I thought we killed him. Darren wishes to speak with you in private. Okay. Do another outpost expansion. Oh my god, I never knew this thing was here. I feel like an idiot. I've been doing this the entire fucking campaign. Like a moron. Go to the Citadel. Then we'll go talk to Darren. Darren appears at your door with a bottle of wine and a smile on his lips. He appears to have completely recovered from his shock. A break from the duties commander is called for. I have a brilliant idea. I want to commemorate the heroic Inquisitor Leoder. May his soul find the way to the throne of the goddess, and so on and so forth. He was the only god botherer I actually happened to like. Quite an achievement. Drink to Leoder. All's well that ends well, and with that I shall take my leave. But the adventure we had, it was truly outstanding. Oh yes, and I have a little present from me, in honor of our shared views of the Inquisition, so to speak. Star-embroidered gloves. Commander, the troops from Nerosian have arrived. Captain Harmattan wasn't with them. He vanished without a trace the day before the army was set to move out. Your allies in Nerosian have removed any threat of mutiny. Praise Iomade, we avoided carnage between the Crusaders. But I grieve for Harmattan. He was an honorable soldier, even though he lost his way. The heart of the mutiny has finally been cut out. I am satisfied. When the war is over, we will drink to old Harmaton and toast how kind it was of him to die without interfering with our plans. However, there are also the important matter of what to do with the officers drawn into his conspiracy. Do they pose any danger? None. They were unaware of his crimes they were supposed to commit. I cannot deny the possibility that they would have followed his orders, as they spent many years under his command, but he is gone now. Let them continue their service. I praise your mercy, Commander. I see why your troops are ready to follow you to the ends of the earth. The Council and you have personally achieved the impossible. You've restored our morale and brought unity and order. You never listened to malicious detractors and stayed true to your cause, working one step at a time, building a determined and unshakable army, one that can defeat the forces of the Abyss. A few years ago, none of the Crusaders would have even imagined that the cause would amass this kind of power. At times, you built the war machine through very unconventional methods, but it would be foolish to deny their effectiveness. The results speak for themselves. Your army is a thing of beauty, all right? Can't buy one like this with money. It's built by unique talents. Perhaps you're a genius in that regard. On second thought, forget that I said that. No need to spoil you with praise. I'm certain that no one will ever dare plot against you, Commander, or even doubt you. Let's put an end to the mutiny and deliver the final blow to the Abyss. Alright, so I guess that probably means that military is also done. Go to is. Solve the nameless ruins, which we're not going to do. Get everything to maximum, which we're not going to do. Nahandri's heart. Oh yeah, we're not doing that. Let's go talk with the storyteller, I guess. So hey, Adam, have you beaten this game? Let's go to the streets. Show the mask of the most worthy. See if you can find out anything about this mask. I see darkness, cold, endless, hiding numerous secrets. I feel someone's presence in the darkness. Someone is waiting for me there, and the mask is a torch designed to pierce the darkness and reveal old age secrets. Just put it on and still I sense deceit, as if it's as if by agreeing to wear this mask I will learn much, but I would lose just as much. I have no idea what to say. I have no idea what this mask is for, or for whom it was intended, and yet somehow it looks remarkably familiar. Alright. Date, alright. This amulet, oh, it's an amulet now, grants a 30-foot aura that can be activated, granting all allies 1 bonus to AC and allowing them to ignore any damage reduction or attacks against demons. This aura can be active for 10 plus the wearer's charisma modifier rounds per day. Damn. Void's Kiss is a short sword. We're back. Welcome back. Assertion of Dominance. What a badass fucking name. Wait, this +5 shield grants its wielder immunity to slashing and piercing damage while its wielder is at full health. Interesting. So if you're against someone who only does slashing and piercing damage, you're done. Gloves of the Death Dealer. When the wearer of these gloves makes a sneak attack, it deals an additional 1d6. Bracers of Abrupt Onslaught. The bracers grant the wearer +5 competency bonus on trickery skills. Star Embroidered Gloves. These gloves grant the wearer spell resistance 30 as well as +2 luck on all saving throws. Got boots up in here? Apparently not. Alright, let's go sell. Okay, we're gonna get rid of those, and that, and this. Those. Those, this. I think that's it. Okay. I don't think there's anything else to do. I think it's just go to is now. Just gotta make sure illusion is because we just did all that abyssal demon stuff. already asked all her questions. Okay.
Onwards!
Yeah. Stick with the solid group. Why change? Tiefling rights will be done soon. That's good. I cannot teleport. So we're just gonna hit the road. Why? I find it weird that it removes that sometimes. Strange.
I think you must... We won't fall here. I swear it.
You've crossed the wrong mongrel.
Make your peace.
What the fuck?
Out of my way!
You won't survive me.
Let's
First
move
off,
already.
you need to mount Ivo.
The goddess protects us.
I don't understand why he has so few channels now. He used to have 20, now he has 14. I don't get it.
Battles await. Die!
Yep, that's what I wanted. Thank you.
I will resist.
Let's hear you. Eternal Rose, I call upon you!
How was dinner, Lucid? It's good. Nice. Royal Parade. I do not want to put on a parade in honor of what's-her-face. I don't need army stuff. Command. Relics. Here we go. Wicked dope. Social and Lan were your least favorite characters in the game? I would say my least favorite character in the game was the chick that I killed. Forget her name. The rapier lady. Whatever her name was. I didn't like her that much. That's why I wasn't all, like, broken up. It was all like, I could kill her, and I was like, yeah, alright. Camellia? Yeah, Camellia.
Your people have suffered greatly, but
My people.
All right, Adam, since you're here, you stepped away for a second, a while back. You've beaten this game, right? Yes? Okay. So, all I'm going to do now is go into Is. I'm not going to do Midnight Isle. I'm not going to do More Than Nothing. I'm not going to worry about Endgame. I'm not going to go hunt out these last couple of Elven scripts. It's just Is. Galfrey. Right? From this point, how much longer would you estimate is there in the game? Like, hours-wise. Because I'm assuming this is, like, the start of the final mission. Because that's the only quest I have left. Oh, so there's... Okay, so there's still stuff after this as well. Okay. Okay. This is just currently the only bottleneck I have. Gotcha. And it's long? Okay. Well, in that case, I think I will stop here for tonight. Everybody? Can you give a tip? No. I wanted time, and that's all. Thank you guys for coming and hanging out. I really appreciate it. I will be back tomorrow and we'll continue. We'll go into Is, try to save Galfrey. If she dies, oh no, Galfrey died. I don't care. Anyway, thank you guys for coming and hanging out. And I will see you guys tomorrow. Yeah, no, Adam, I totally appreciate it when people ask. It wasn't like a, I'm mad that you even asked. No. All good. See y'all later.